They were giants, creatures of immense size and power. They shook the ground with their steps. Their roars echoed across the land. Dinosaurs, we know them from fossils, bones turned to stone. They lived millions of years ago. But what if they never died out? What if they were still here? Imagine a world where dinosaurs never went extinct, a world where these magnificent creatures still walked the earth. The very landscape would be different. Giant herbivores like the Brachiosaurus would shape forests and plains. They would graze on massive amounts of vegetation. Their footsteps would create paths, impacting plant growth. The carnivores too would leave their mark. Tyrannosaurus rex, with teeth as long as knives, was a fearsome predator. Imagine it stalking its prey through dense jungles. The ground would tremble with its every step. These predators would keep other animal populations in check. They would influence the evolution of prey species. The skies would be filled with flying reptiles. Pterosaurs, with their leathery wings, would soar above the land. Some were as small as birds, others were giants with wingspans wider than a house. They would compete with birds for food and airspace. Their presence would create a different dynamic in the sky. The extinction event that wiped out the dinosaurs never happened in this world. The asteroid, a cataclysmic force of nature, missed our planet. Life on Earth continued on its original path. Dinosaurs remained the dominant species. They continued to evolve and diversify. The world would be a very different place. The balance of power would be firmly in the dinosaurs' favor. Mammals, our ancestors, would have remained small and nocturnal. They would live in the shadows of the giants. Their evolution would have taken a different course. Perhaps intelligence, as we know it, would never have arisen. Dinosaurs would rule the food chain. Their impact on the ecosystem would be profound. They would shape the evolution of plants and animals around them. The very air we breathe, the composition of the atmosphere might be different. The world would bear the indelible mark of the dinosaurs. Imagine a world where the continents are not shaped as we know them. The movement of tectonic plates over millions of years has shaped our world. But in this alternate reality, the presence of dinosaurs could have altered this process. Perhaps certain land bridges never formed, or islands remained isolated. The distribution of life on Earth would be drastically different. Even in a world dominated by dinosaurs, life finds a way. Mammals, though small, would still exist. They would adapt to live alongside these giants. Some might evolve to become scavengers, feeding on the remains of dinosaur kills. Others might develop symbiotic relationships, living in close proximity to these massive creatures. Birds, the direct descendants of dinosaurs, would share the skies with their ancient relatives. Competition for resources would be fierce. Birds might evolve different flight patterns or feeding habits to avoid direct competition. Perhaps some birds would even evolve symbiotic relationships with certain dinosaur species. Plants, too, would adapt to the presence of dinosaurs. Some might develop tougher leaves or thorns to deter herbivores. Others might evolve to rely on dinosaurs for pollination or seed dispersal. The relationship between plants and animals would be forever altered in this dinosaur-dominated world. Imagine the African savanna, but instead of lions and zebras, it's populated by velociraptors and small armored herbivores. These velociraptors, instead of being scaly creatures, would be covered in feathers. They might hunt in packs, using their intelligence and agility to bring down prey much larger than themselves. The evolution of intelligence in dinosaurs is not outside the realm of possibility. The biggest question of all is, what about us? Would humans have evolved in a world where dinosaurs never went extinct? It's a question that sparks the imagination. Some scientists believe that the impact that wiped out the dinosaurs paved the way for the rise of mammals. Without it, we might not be here. But let's imagine a scenario where humans do evolve. We would be living in a world vastly different from our own. Our cities would need to be built with defenses against giant herbivores and fearsome predators. Our technology would be geared towards coexisting with, or perhaps even controlling, these magnificent creatures. Imagine towering walls protecting human settlements from roaming herds of triceratops. Picture sonic repellents designed to keep Tyrannosaurus rex at bay. Perhaps we would even develop methods of domesticating smaller dinosaur species, using them for transportation or even warfare. The relationship between humans and dinosaurs would be complex and fraught with danger. It would be a constant struggle for dominance, a test of our ingenuity and resilience. In this world, survival would be a daily challenge. But it would also be a world of wonder, where the impossible is a reality, a world where we share our planet with the most magnificent creatures that ever lived.